Who said secular is normal? Let's understand the word secular. Secular means everybody has the right to do what they want and we respect that. Secular does not mean you give up everything that belongs to this culture and do what the English did and we think we are secular. No, I want you to understand. I want you to understand, even today in United States of America or UK, from where we think we imported our democracy, even today, without taking the name of their god, whatever god they believe in, nothing is done. President takes oath in the name of God, not in India. In India, we take oath in the name of the constitution. This is an incident that happened that Advaniji shared in public. He was saying, when he was just an MP and all the MPs were invited to UK, and one of the events was a dinner with the Queen. Advaniji was sitting next to Siddharth Shankar Ray, who is no more, I think. And everybody is assembled, Queen is sat down, Prime Minister sitting down, dinner is served, but everybody is waiting. So Siddharth Shankar Ray is hungry, he asks Advani, "What's happening? What are we waiting for? Queen is here, Prime Minister is here, why don't we eat?" So Advani told him, "This is not India, this is UK. The priest has to come and bless the food. Till then you can't eat it." I'm saying, we are misunderstanding secularism as a way of become irreverent towards everything. No, secularism does not mean that. Secularism means we respect everybody's way of life. We don't think our way is superior to somebody else's ways. But we choose a certain way because we think it's better. But if somebody has to prove that is better, we're always willing to debate endlessly. There's an entire culture in Tamil Nadu where Tamil Nadu's population and especially the kings shifted from Buddhism to Jainism, Jainism to Shaivism, Shaivism to Jainism, again back to Shaivism, depending upon the sages of the time. They sat down and debated. In the debate, if the Jains convinced that this is the way, best way to do it, this will lead to better life, they all converted. And next, another generation, another sage came and that sage proved being on the Shaiva way of life is the best way to do it, everybody converted back to that. I think this is fantastic, this is what should happen. What really makes sense today, we should all do that. If somebody shows us better sense tomorrow, we will do that. Why are we stuck with this or that? Because you fixed your identity, that's the whole thing, isn't it? If your identity was not fixed, you would always be looking for what is most sensible.
This is becoming a serious problem, okay. You try to do anything in this country, they want to stop it. You want to build a dam, there's a protest. You want a nuclear project, there's a protest. Thermal project, protest. Windmill, protest. But everybody wants everything. In their homes, they want all the gadgets, they want 24 hours power, they want everything going. This is because we are only looking at the problems and we have not taken up the challenge of creating solutions in our minds. I think this is a kind of a pre-independence hangover. Because Mahatma Gandhi brilliantly designed a revolt against the British, not by killing them, not by shooting at them, not by bombing installations, but simply by stopping activity. Bandh, Hartal, Satyagraha came from there. It was a brilliant device for those days because we were conquered. But even today, if you want to become a leader, I'm just telling you, this is a secret, okay? Suppose you want to become a political leader, don't try to build a road, build a dam, do this, do that. No. Gather 100 of your fans and block a highway. Make our lives miserable. You will become a leader. Yes, unfortunately, yes. You stop the train, you stop the road, you stop to cut the water, cut the electricity, you will become a leader. If you make something happen, you will get ignored, of course. Making the nation go and making the nation stop are two different kinds of technologies. Mahatma Gandhi mastered the art of making the nation stop, and it was contextually the right thing to do for those times, because we were being ruled by somebody else. But we are still doing the same thing. State governments are demanding that they must have a right to call for a bandh. Bandh means closure. I cannot understand how an administration can call for a bandh but they're actually saying it's their right to call for a bandh. Close down something and you'll rise in your prominence. This must change. We should never identify people who stop something in this country as leaders. This must be done by all the citizens. Whoever stops something in this nation should never ever be our leader. Whoever makes things happen in this country, he must be the leader, isn't it?